40% cooldown reduction.
Yeah.
Just snare everywhere.
Root from 3 screens away. Karma banned away by Splyce. So they've adjusted their pick ban strategy fairly rapidly. Nidalee and Ashe.
No, but this again, to me, this was everything Splyce would have pre-planned coming into this game here. Because then Sivir first pick, and this is why the Trundle ban is so good on Bullside, because Trundle is fantastic against Sivir. So you basically just see like the thought process here from Splyce. Had Giants now in the last game played like some new champions like Vel'Koz and Teemo, and they were gone like 20-0 on them, Splyce would probably have changed quite a bit.
I've learned from LCK that Teemo is only played into Gnar. So when we see the Gnar, I expect to see Teemos. And I know the audience does too, because it is a counter. It works. I mean, it doesn't work yet, but
he lost both games.
The theory is good.
Yeah, he lost both games.
It was execution, not strategy.
I believe even the first day he got picked, it was a mistake.
Didn't? Yeah, but today didn't.
Today he actually got
Flame
picked
Horizon,
again.
The Gnar as well.
Ooh, don't think it was that bad, but I do remember some day had a better performance on the Teemo. But late game Teemo, when you build like the Bruiser build, does very little. Does very little. Like go full AP if you want late game scaling. Otherwise, it can fall off. And this is a very classic Giants first rotation. They love braum for Hustlin and rek'sai for Mr. Maxlore. One of the problems about this composition though, or this combo between these two champions, is that your 2v2 between support jungle is actually extremely weak. You don't have any catch, like you have no damage, you're not really that good at either catching targets either. It's very predictable. It's not like a bard who comes in, like he can double bind you or ulti from long range. So the 2v2 between jungle supports, which is very important for vision in the mid game, is actually going to be slightly weaker for Giants. Often when you play rek'sai braum. Well,
looking at Trashy, his next most played after Nidalee and rek'sai is the Gragas. So would you expect something like a Gragas bard here and hold your solo laners?
No, I think you can still at least. You can at least bard if you want the jungle pick. Olaf is another one we see obviously with Sivir very often. I would love to see MIkyx play the bot though. Yeah, braum can stop his Q like once, whatever. Like when you have MIkyx as a support, massive playmaker, great mechanics, I think
locked in.
That's a perfect pick for him, and a big fan of it.
4 games played, 4 victories for MIkyx on that bard, still undefeated, and here insta-lock Azir for Knight, and Sonstar will steal away the Lucian. So for Splyce, it's all physical all day for now. So we're going to look for some magic damage from their top laner and mid laner. And
I mean, we're probably going to see Victor. Most likely Victor mid, unless they want to run the Kassadin against Azir. We've seen the Kassadin quite a few times from Splyce, and they run 1-3-1 comps with it. That would mean we get something like an Irelian pick here for Wunder, and then we get the Kassadin coming in for Sencux in the mid lane, and you have very, very strong side lanes, and you have very, very good jungle support set up as well with Bard, Olaf. Very strong if you catch people out in 2v2. So I think that could make a ton of sense. Taliyah has been another pick we see often into Azir as well. One of the picks Splyce introduced as well to the EU LCS. That's the Irelian, so we got one of them. Yeah. We didn't get the full 1-3-1.
Got your second with that mid lane Taliyah.
Yeah.
So Trashy will be locking into the jungle. 1-3-1. You've pretty much summarized the Splyce composition already. We'll find out what Giants decide to opt into this top lane.
I do feel they changed it a little bit. To me, this is more of 1-4 setup now. I think Taliyah is fantastic when she sits in mid lane, because she has her ulti to reach both side lanes, and you can really hard camp a top lane with Taliyah ulti. So I actually don't think she needs to go side lane necessarily. She can, but I don't think she has to. Had it been the Kassadin, I would say the 1-3-1. Okay. And I think it's a little bit risky, in my opinion, from Giants' side now. Irelia Jax, skill matchup for sure, but Taliyah is here with teleport and ulti. If she goes top once or twice in the early game, she can snowball this so heavily in favor of Wunder. Because you don't really want to gank the Sivir lane if you're Splyce, so it's going to be a lot of focus on the top lane matchup. Whichever of these two top laners get the advantage takes over the mid game. Jax will have better scaling when we go like 3-4 items, but that's not going to matter in the mid game at all. It's all about who gets an advantage now in the top lane. And it was a game Giants played yesterday and they lost that game.
And also Wunder completely outplaying SmityJ in the 1v1 in game 1. Let's find out if Wunder can do it again. This time around on that Irelia versus Jax. Gonna come online quicker than Jax will. I'm very excited to watch this Taliyah from Sencux. as Lozark and Yamato shake hands and leave the stage. Because for Sencux, this is his 13th unique champion in the summer split. And I asked Wunder who was a better taliyah. He didn't necessarily commit to an answer, but he was trying to defend that he could challenge Sencux. Now we get to see it live.
All right, let's see. I mean, taliyah into azir, it is a good matchup for taliyah. It's something a lot of European mid laners actually like to play now. You can push azir in the early game because your cosmic shots or whatever they're called, the Q, is pretty good at early pushing. Yeah, that was my lack of...
Cosmic shards, I like it. Rock champion, let's go into space.
Yeah, why not? No, because you have this ability with Q to push waves so hard in the early game, you can actually push in the azir. And azir is stuck mid lane, where taliyah can very easily go to side lanes with her ulti.
And do you like the teleport? I know you talked about the impact on side lanes and her mobility, but we've had debates about different mid laners with and without teleport in the last couple of weeks.
So, I'm mixed. I like it when you have other carries you can set up.
Okay.
Which in this game they do have. They have the Irelian top lane to shut down the Jax with the taliyah joining. That's where I feel the teleport can have a lot of value. Otherwise, running a combat summoner instead makes you much stronger when you go to side lane. And she's actually pretty good still, sitting 1v1, because she's very hard to catch, good single target damage. And we're gonna see a taliyah in this game looking for trades against this azir, looking for these early trades, and then we will see him go to these side lanes with his ulti. And I want to see him snowball Wunder. I want to see Wunder get ahead in this game because of Splyce.
They've got the tools to do so, and they've got
Minions has spawned.
a plethora of abilities.
I mean,
it means a lot. I can see how confused you are. Plethora.
No, I understood that. I was drinking water. I'm not always smiling when I'm looking at you, Trevor. I can also look angry and confused.
Is there a Danish word for plethora? See, you don't know what it means.
Well, no, I just don't have like a strict translation for it.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to say like multiple.
So say, give me an example.
Yeah, like multiple would be like mange.
Okay.
Mange muligheder, multiple options.
Just like multiple shots on Knight. He literally just walks away. Exhaust used by Mickey. Because we have Australia lanes. Maybe not 100% sure the lane swap is happening until SmityJ reveals bottom. One of the Munga that Splyce can do, they teleport down with Wunder. Was that right? I tried.
Yeah.
I tried.
Kind of. It was okay.
Okay.
I've heard worse. But that's just a simple word, you know, to say a lot.
Okay.
Anyway, Splyce gets the 2v2 on top side. I want to see Giants, like, if Giants are going to do anything in this lane, they actually would need a more offensive summoner on Hustlin. And then you need to all in. Otherwise, you're going to get chunked every single time, and you're going to get poked. Keep in mind, Lucian is also nerfed in the laning phase.
Yeah.
Actually heard quite a bit. Personally, I've been able to take my Twitch against Lucians and win that lane matchup now. It might be more due to my lack of ranking and my Diamond 5 adventures that I can win these matchups, but Twitch for life, man.
Twitch for life. Not in this game.
Not in
we
this.
still have to hope. Will join us in an LCS cast.
No, we only get Twitch when we see the Chinese teams at Worlds.
And we will see them soon enough, just a couple months away. Deficio. Maxlore's coming in for a gank. Winter's Bite tags Mickey. And everybody from Giants runs away.
Very early, Giants were looking to start that fight here. There is no vision in the river. rek'sai has multiple paths he can take, or she can take, over certain walls. And yet, they rushed forward, and it was a little bit too predictable. So Splyce ends up backing away.
So two things about that. Maxlore's first gank attempt is on the duo lane, not for SmityJ. I think that's because the wave was pushing away from him.
You are correct.
And Infernal Drake is down bottom. So at what point do we see teams contemplate moving their duo there to prevent a sneak? I know we're very early on it.
Yeah, I mean, there can be different setups. If you do manage to get an advantage in, let's say, the 2v2 lane on top, and you manage to push down tower, then obviously you swap down to the bottom lane and you get control there. Otherwise, MIkyx getting
taking a beating.
They keep engaging on him.
Very clever. They don't even take the Caretaker Shrine, though. And look, the top one wasn't popped, so Mickey, if this wave can get pushed into Giants, he can heal up.
But it's what you have to do as a braum lane against ranged. We do see Maxlore on the bottom side, but again, he can't really gank anything. But again, when you play braum lanes against ranged supports, you have to be able to like all in, dash to a minion, land the first auto tag into a Q, and you get double stacks from braum, and then like connect the stun. Otherwise, you can't really do a whole lot in the lanes. Again, Maxlore's on bottom side. He's here more or less protecting SmityJ, allowing him to push out the lane and nothing else. Trashy is happy just farming. Because right now, Splyce are winning top side. They're going at minimum even on bottom side, and there's no risk of Wunder dying because he's under his tower. So Splyce are more than fine. They want level 6 on taliyah. They want to open up the map then and start actually having these setups where you can just ulti down from the mid lane and azir cannot follow.
Yeah, there's no pressure on either that Irelian or Jax just yet. So we need to see when Trashy, Maxlore, and the respective mid laners decide to jump into those lanes. Because if Wunder or Smitty can start bullying his opposite number, that opens up an entire lane, an entire half of the map.
Which is why the top lane matchup is so important in this game here when you have these carries. It's what I like about the new top lane meta. It's not like a MIkyx tank Echo, not doing anything at all, but like this gank from Trashy.
Hey.
Getting some good damage down.
Yeah.
I like, one of the good things about taliyah is once you get someone on the tower, because he has to path around the tower, it's very difficult. It's so easy to land multiple shots, and it's a lot of damage.
Yeah, it really does hurt. And that's allowing Sencux to build up a CS advantage. 44 to 36. Knight, the first one to back, picks himself up another Doran's Ring, boots, and that dagger.
And this is also one of the good things about running teleport. Laning phase-wise, you can play very aggressive because you can take a bit of damage, you can use all your mana, recall, and just TP back to lane. Azir doesn't have the same luxury because he doesn't really run teleport. So it gives you an extra advantage in the early game. Hustlin going aggressive again because Maxlore is around.
Oh, no stun.
He can
from
portal
MIkyx.
over here. He can portal over.
He's going to be able to back away, tries to set up a magical journey, or at least has the option to do so. And Kobbe and MIkyx just bully Giants away.
Yeah, I don't think Maxlore should be topside. Again, I think he needed to be bottom lane here because finally the wave is actually pushing a little bit towards Giants. Trashy's going to find a free pink ward for himself. This could have been a very easy setup for Maxlore. Walk down, take that pink ward here. Obviously the wave is now actually pushing back, so the timing a little bit off. Yeah. 30 seconds ago he could have been down here with that pink ward. Put some pressure, force a flash from Wunder. But Giants are not able to do a whole lot. Obviously they have good scaling, Azir, Jax, everything. But I think this Trinity Force spike for Wunder is going to be huge for him.
I mean, it always is. The moment that Irelian gets her first item. For a Jax, you kind of need a second as well. I mean, the Trinity Force is a giant spike too. We'll get back to that discussion in a moment as Wunder uses those Transcendent Blades.
Just such a smart move here. He goes in, dashes by killing the last minion in the back, kills the minion, gets a few hits down, and then he does a way out because there was a minion left behind him. Dashes back to that one. So even with Maxlore showing, you win the trade and you didn't have to use anything. No summoners being blown, so really smart trading from Wunder, and he's one of the most improved players in the EU LCS. Judging from when he joined LCS about half a year ago now, or what, 5 months ago.
Yep, January of this year.
Yeah, he joins the LCS.
And I still remember the question marks. I still remember the question marks.
A lot of question marks.
Because we kept looking at stats and looking at gold share and CS, and we're just like, but why and how? And you know, we didn't quite understand not only how Splyce were utilizing Wunder, but also how the individuals were coming together. And now in summer, all of those questions seem to be a lot easier to answer.
Yeah, obviously as a team, got much better, more time together. They've had more time to practice. Sonstar is trying to deal some damage, but not going to do a whole lot with it. I saw an interview as well with one of the Splyce guys where they're talking about playing
good shot.
Like 12 hours of solo queue during the off-season, just getting ready for the next split after they re-qualified for the LCS. Keep in mind, this team was in the promotion tournament.
Yeah.
They
had to re-qualify.
Had to re-qualify.
Now they're sitting in 3rd place. By the end of this week, potentially even higher.
Yep. Make a roster change, get a new support, practice in the off-season more than almost any other team. And now you get rewarded for it because you have actually improved a lot individually and as a team.
Now the true test will be how they perform in playoffs, because it's looking likely this will be one of our top 6.
Oh, I can almost guarantee you that Splyce will be in the quarterfinal.
Then we need to see how they perform. Very good stun. Cosmic Binding from MIkyx. Magical Journey. Turns him into a penguin, and he gets himself
finally
away. Here comes SmityJ, leap into Flash, continues to run. Wunder and Trashy, they're running, they're looking for first blood, and Wunder finds it.
It's what we asked for. A gank in the bottom lane. Finally, we get it. It is such an easy gank to set up. Jax is not tanky at all. Irelian is not tanky either. So whichever jungler showed up first and actually executed the gank could pick up the first blood, and it goes over to Splyce. This is massive for the matchup.
Does that mean Infernal as well, or is it a little too risky at this point?
Yeah, you need your dual lane down there to take it, or also kill the enemy jungler while you're at it, and then you can take it. You can trade here again.
Misses the shove. It missed. I got
the knockback. Yeah.
So Sencux can't deliver.
That's called the knockback.
To Trashy's hands. Sencux, he's missed a few more of those combos than I would have liked. Tempered Fate comes out, blocks up a minion, nothing more. And Hustlin's able to flash away defensively. Kobbe's being tagged by the tower. Magical journey into exhaust. Here comes some more penguins. Wunder's got another, looking for a third. Sonstar's gonna flash and dash and heal away. Oh, here comes Knight. Emperor's Divide knocks over the wall, but Knight is just sent packing when it counts. Sencux lands the shove.
2 globals for Splyce, none for Giant. Giants used a TP down the bottom lane for SmityJ so he could return to the lane. Knight had to walk all the way up, but Splyce could just collapse instantly. TP from Irelian, ulti from the taliyah, and suddenly Splyce picks up 2 kills. Massive advantage for them. They've been winning the bot lane matchup, or the top lane matchup technically, the 2v2. They've been winning the 1v1 with their early kill. Infernal Drake will be picked up by Giants, but that's about it. And it doesn't benefit you right now. The 8% is really minimal.
Yeah.
So now Splyce should be able to snowball this game. Early trading. Hustlin again trying to go very aggressive here with really no vision around the map. They don't know where anyone is from Splyce. It's a very aggressive move. And this is why you have TP advantage now. This is actually really poor communication from Giants. SmityJ should be calling that he has no TP. So Hustlin should never try and go all in. Instant TP reaction from Wunder, easy kill for him, second kill as well, because now you have the taliyah already here with her ulti.
Yeah.
And Knight thinking, okay, I can one-shot Kobbe. Sadly for him, Kobbe flashes out.
Yeah, and just great positioning as well from Sencux, managing to connect, holding Knight in place, getting another kill. So 2 kills.
Make it even worse now. Give him a Rift Herald as well. 2 kills, almost Trinity Force, Rift Herald buff. SmityJ will not have an impact in this game as a split pusher for the next 20 minutes. And this means Giants' composition can only play around the 4-man. The 4-man group around mid. But to me, that's equally as strong if you're Splyce, because you have so much wave play here. Giants won't really be able to pressure anything with the 4.
And the problem is, if Giants ever overstep, even for a second, a taliyah ultimate into a teleport behind from Irelian or something similar, with the Trinity Force at 12 minutes.
I mean, if you ever have Wunder against SmityJ now in the 1v1s, you will most likely see Splyce push the mid lane wave and then instant just taliyah ulti on top side.
Yeah.
Just like set up a massive wall, no chance for Wunder, or no chance for SmityJ to get out of it unless he saves his jump to the trinket ward. That's the only way for SmityJ to get over the wall.
Oh, this is going to be so easy. Wunder's in trouble, little overextended. Going to look for a way out. Doesn't have minions, can't even get the kill though.
You mean easy to stay alive?
SmityJ's in trouble. Wunder's going to be able to get out. I really thought there was more damage. Weaver's wall coming in from behind. Sencux trying to help. Wunder's taking everyone on a run. Dashes forward. Good interrupt from Maxlore. Seismic shove. Saves Wunder's life for a second before Knight says good night, taking him down. There's going to be a defensive flash from Sencux, looking for another shove. Good damage from the weave. The threaded volley. Not going to be able to connect more, though. A little shove this time round misses. And Trashy too far away. Giants get the first.
Again. Trying again. Never mind. He's just taking down the minions. Giants executing the dive in a second attempt, I guess. Eventually. After chasing around, Knight got to move all the way to top side. No sign of Trashy. But the problem is they're so low and Trashy's running.
Oh, Sencux has already got one. And he's in trouble. In the back line, Trashy's just going to run down Knight. 2-for-1 trade. A little messy, but Splyce will come out ahead.
Well, still, oh wait, this is risky. Maxlore is returning to his red buff, but Trashy's still around. I'm not sure if he saw it. He's coming down now to try and steal it.
Oh, this is going to be scary. Maxlore down a level.
And really low on HP.
A ton of HP. Trashy's just going to steal the bramble back.
So,
get out.
Splyce in the end with the advantage. So this is a good setup. I actually really like this play. Dive onto Wunder. And because you can see the Azir on your minimap was trying to push into taliyah, she couldn't join instantly. They do not get the kill though at first, but there's only one way for Wunder really to try and stay alive, and just dash towards these enemy minions, and there's nothing he can do at this point. Will end up going down because Knight joins. But the return damage from the taliyah is insane.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, Knight dashes in, gets a tower shot.
So 1,
2 tower shots even.
Oh, we didn't catch the rest of it.
And then he just gets to chase. Yeah, just chase, Qs, hits all of them, takes them really low. It's so much damage when you hit 3 or 4 of them every single time. And meanwhile, we had the bottom lane winning once again from Splyce, because Splyce has been winning that 2v2 all game long.
2 towers already. Hey! Hello! Knight just gets dunked. Wunder and Sencux double team. This will be the 3rd tower of the game and a 5,000 gold lead by 15 minutes. That 100% stat is going to be sitting pretty.
It's so annoying playing azir against taliyah, because whenever she puts up the knockback, you're like, I should dash out of it. No, it will actually interrupt your dash and like shoot you back anyway. So then you have to flash, or you have to do it so early that you like dash before anything happened and you just never dealt any damage to her. So it's really hard for us here to stand there and auto attack. taliyah is so good against champions who need more time and like the consistent DPS. Just take a look. Okay, if you're Knight, you do have flash ready. But
where do you go?
Where do you go? First of all, you're also getting
slow.
Attacked by 3 guys, and now there's no way for you to dash out. So you just
didn't waste the summoner.
You just go down.
Yeah. All right, SmityJ's in trouble. Sencux looking for, there's a knock-up from Maxlore that'll buy some time, because he gets tagged by a couple of shots, and Sencux doesn't chase further.
Another fight, though, where we have the 2 top laners going at it. 24-6 completed for Wunder. He's a lot stronger than SmityJ.
Yes. And how much gold does he have as well? 1,700 gold in the inventory. We'll be able to spend it now because Sonstar's found him. Sencux is in trouble. 2 kills for Giant Splyce. They got caught out.
Yeah, Giants are trying. They're really trying to shut down this Irelian. They've been up here twice now with multiple members and been able to get a few kills. Didn't lose anything on the map this time around, so definitely a good move. But now more people are coming from Splyce. Giants are staying for too long.
Let's see, what can Splyce take? Teleport from SmityJ. Let me deliver it into the waiting hands. Maxlore's locked up. He's running low. Tempered Fate not going to tag anyone, but Kobbe's going to run through a gauntlet. It's surviving. Exhaust on SmityJ will prevent any damage. Knight's looking to clean something up in the background. Wunder gets tagged by the Winter's Bite. That will be a slow. Might be enough to save Giant's life. V5 Faux Fum. I smell the blood of Hustlin. Taken down by Trashy. Knight's not coming in, but this is going to be a 1v4. Sonstar's down as well. Knight, Flash and Exhaust available. Got to be careful. Emperor's Divide will buy time. Boomerang Blade shreds his HP. The Knight just stands watching 3 of his teammates die.
Almost exactly the same situation as before. Giants at first get a kill or 2. Then they stay around, and everyone from Splyce just runs all the way up to the top lane. Giants in, picks up a few more kills. And Giants in this game have been behind all game long.
Yeah.
It all started with that gank in the bottom lane from Trashy we talked so much about. And now this is technically a 3v5 right now, but there's TP coming from Wunder in just 2 seconds. So Splyce is just kind of hovering around. SmityJ ends up going in, but look at Sonstar. He's on the other side of the wall. He's actually not able to join.
I also think fairly good reaction from Splyce. Oh, Splyce now under a little bit of pressure. Infernal Drake has been started, but nobody from Giants is going to contest. So Splyce, they'll get their hands on their own Infernal. Next Ocean as we see that graphic tick over. Yeah, Splyce were peeling down through the river, and then as they were peeling down, realized that Kobbe was kind of left for dead in the tri-bush, and they just sort of edged ever so close just to try help out Kobbe. Smart decision-making went under a little bit of pressure. Despite the fact they had, what, a 6,000 gold lead?
Sure. I mean, they still had 2 members dead.
We need to call that out. We need to call that out.
Yeah, and hate to repeat myself, but if you are Giants, you can't really play the split-pushing game anymore. You have a Jax who can't do anything because he's so far behind, and this is why it was so important to get ahead. And then if you want to siege with the 4, again against Sivir and taliyah wave clear,
yeah,
it's really difficult to do anything other than rely on Splyce kind of messing up at a Baron, maybe.
And this is more like the Giants we saw yesterday. Kind of outclassed by their opponents.
Well, he's a taliyah going to the side lane.
Weaver's wall. Sencux hops off, looking for Maxlore. Sends Maxlore back into Kobbe's hands. A very good tunnel, though, as Maxlore's going to get enough distance to safety.
And you just made the point about yesterday's game. Giants try to run the same kind of setup where SmityJ gets a Jax matchup where he could snowball it. Yes, he could take over the game. It's something they've been successful with before this week. But every single time he's been picking these skill matchups, or these matchups where there's a chance of snowballing out of control as a Jax, he's been shut down early.
Yeah. And
then suddenly, he doesn't have an impact on the Jax. And it's really, really an issue for Giants. I'm not blaming him specifically.
It's a team thing.
It is a team thing here because it was a good gank from Trashy, but Maxlore was top lane twice.
Yep.
Like, yeah, I understand you want to try and like shut down the bot with the braum, jump at him, but it is so much easier for their dual lane to ward and spot the jungler and just play with a bit passive. And then one kill in the bottom lane is enough to just get a super far ahead.
Yeah, and that's unlocked the game. I mean, from picks and bans, the Jax versus Irelian, that was going to be the determining factor of the mid game. And it is so heavily in Splyce's favor. Sencux is in some trouble. He's going to at least knock Maxlore away for a few seconds. Not long enough, though, as a furious bite picks up a kill.
Yeah, if there's one thing we have to criticize about Splyce in this game, it is the fact they've been caught out quite a bit.
Oh,
you know, they've been surprised by Giants a few times on some of the roams with multiple members, and then every time Giants overstayed and allowed Splyce to kind of return and get a few kills.
Like tennis.
Yeah, they
just keep hitting it back to one another.
Don't hear anyone right now moaning too much, though. Which is the next thing we're going to get if it's going to be tennis. And by the way, Yamato Cannon could actually be a tennis player.
Why?
Tall, Swedish, dresses like a tennis player. And a golf player at the same time.
But didn't Andy Murray win? Where's he from?
I actually don't know. I don't watch a lot of tennis.
I just know who won, but I don't watch it either. Not really my thing.
I'm sure our producer who watches a ton of tennis is going to tell us very soon.
Yeah, you talk about this replay, although it's pretty straightforward.
Pretty straightforward. It's a good setup from Giants. Didn't actually have that much vision. And by the way, he's Scottish.
Yeah, I just heard, you stole my line.
No, I remembered.
You stole my line.
The voice inside my head was like, Scottish.
Is it the German voice?
This one was not German. It was actually American.
Oh, nice. Okay. We've got a few production staff. They like to talk to us, distract us from time to time, answer our questions as well, like where's Andy Murray from? We'll see how Splyce decide to use their power now. Yamato Cannon, of course, backstage. Team manager. Oh!
He almost did it wrong at first. All right, we got to replay that one. The start was not the greatest, Yamato. He saved it in the end.
Look, mechanics were never really Yamato's thing. That's why he's coaching, not playing.
Well, SmityJ is going to die again.
Down in the bottom lane, SmityJ is having a shitty day as Trashy and Wunder take him down. In the mid lane, Maxlore and Hustlin are being dropped. Sencux gets a double. They turn their attention to Knight. Mickey with an uncharacteristic miss. Here comes Sencux. He hops over. The wall will keep Sonstar alive for a few seconds, but the magical journey delivers Wunder for the quadra kill to Sencux.
Just a matter of time before Splyce had another fight. More kills for them, a Baron as well, and it all starts in the bottom lane. You pick up the kill on Smitty. I can't believe you stole my line.
I said I was going to say it. I did say.
I can't believe it. I even asked for permission from Smitty to say that for like 2 weeks.
Wow, BM, dude.
Well, I was waiting for him to have like a really, really tough game, and now you said it. Anyway, this is a fight in mid lane after Smitty is dying down the bottom lane. Engaged from Giants onto Kobbe. He stays alive, and now it's just a turnaround. Great binding from MIkyx, and then you get their consistent DPS of a taliyah.
And also just very good positioning. Sencux. He held off the Q until he had multiple targets lined up in the correct direction. Good understanding. So Sonstar gets run down.
Wunder. Was he a better taliyah or not?
You know, I think...
Should we decide?
I think we should.
Oh, emotions.
Dramatic.
Oh, he said something.
I think Wunder hits slightly more WE combos than I've seen Sencux do.
But Sencux is very good with the Qs.
Yes.
Hitting multiple of them, chasing down.
That I feel. Because also, when Wunder played it, he got donated kills by Raze. Raze literally walked into a tower and is like, here you go. Yeah, have gold. Please.
It's tough to decide. It's tough to decide.
It is. We should probably ask Twitter to tell us, right? Like, hashtag EULCS.
And you have to have watched both of them play.
Yes.
Don't lie to us and be like, oh, I saw one game.
Because we'll know.
This guy.
We'll know. We can track your viewing habits. Who was a better taliyah? Wunder or Sencux? Maybe we'll ask the analyst desk as well. Smitty was forced away from the top lane. With Baron, Splyce have taken their 4th tower of the game. They've got nearly 10,000 gold in the lead. And it is just looking dire for Giants.
What a great word. I like how you pronounced it as well there. Put a lot of focus into it.
Yeah, the first syllable.
Yeah,
dire. You know? It's got that vibe. Cocoon. I haven't done it in a long time.
I actually did it. I'm pretty sure you did it last week.
Really?
We had an release game, you and I, and you said it like 5 times.
But like in like old school way with the real hardcore
Close
yelling?
to it.
Okay.
Close to it. It's one of the old school things. Like if you've been a viewer for many years, you remember some of the old things.
It's a consistent appearance on the quick shot bingo table.
It is.
The cocoon.
I can also cast like I used to do back in season 4. Roar, roar, roar. Hey, make him roar. He's going in.
Yeah, he is going in, and that means Splyce are going to be sieging the inhibitor. I understood you, Deficio.
You always did. That was a problem.
Hustlin's trying to defend with Unbreakable.
I'm not sure if Joe and D-Man ever understood me. If they just kind of nodded at me, but like, yeah. Here's a team fight. Shut up.
It is the truth. They were very difficult to understand. Not a lot has changed, but slightly smaller tongue.
The potato is smaller, is what you're trying to say.
Splyce have gone 1-3-1. Sivir and Bard sieging up this middle lane. All of that wave clear, all of that poke. If Giants misstep, they're just going to get insta-gib. There is so much damage on the Splyce roster.
We're just waiting for Splyce to take down a tower, open up the base, like a can of tuna, and then you just get in there.
I specifically remember when Splyce was sieging and Wunder had taliyah. Under the inhibitor turrets, Wunder actually tagged a couple of those shoves very well timed. Like there, onto Knight, very nicely done. Sencux gets a lot of damage done. Hustlin is tagged up. Glacial Fish is going to slow down Splyce, but not slow them enough. Sencux gets dunked by SmityJ, lands on his head, will get a kill. It's a double though for Sencux before he's taken down. Smitty's looking for more. Smitty's going to get a triple. He's not done yet. Wunder's able to run away from the inhibitor, but not enough from Giants.
Sonstar, only man alive, the only man who can save Giants. And he's afraid.
I can tell by the confidence in your voice you're a believer.
What a great W fight away there. I like to call it...
Hey, Deficio, look
at it. Blaze.
Sencux, W. Knight kind of walked onto it, but still counts.
Still counts, still counts.
So that's a point for Wunder, Sencux over Wunder.
Well, yeah, but you haven't tracked any points from Wunder, so that's kind of unfair.
Oh, that doesn't matter.
Anyway, SmityJ.
I'm making the rules.
SmityJ gets a kill. Then about it. Actually, got 2 kills and 3 kills. Jumps back and forth. And then the hero Sonstar was left alive. I love these emotions. I mean, I think it's fantastic.
That's a really good one, actually, because it is a good summary of the current situation.
Scratching your head a little bit.
Yes.
Like,
SmityJ gets a triple kill.
He's having a better day now, though, than before.
Normally, when you get a triple kill on Jax, you'd be like, oh, that's it. That could open up. But the problem is, he's down 12k.
That's a very good point, Trevor.
Supers to deal with in the middle lane.
Keep going with these very good statements.
2 teleports from Splyce, and somehow they've got to stop the next Baron in 2 minutes.
They do have to stop the Baron. I don't think they can, but potentially they could steal the Baron. But this is where Splyce, with their 100% win rate, when ahead at 15 minutes, are normally very good at not allowing you to steal Barons, not allowing you to get the big comeback team fight. Wunder's been playing really well today. He's been more than fine on this Irelian, but we gotta look at their taliyah in this game. I mean, that's been a stellar performance.
I concur.
Look at him running.
We did. We'll look at him again in a minute. There we go. Rock surfing.
He's only doing this for the animation.
I don't blame him. Oh, getting ready for Baron. Got to make sure that the rocks are all carved, that the worked ground is available for him. Mickey on Bard.
Now you're just showing off.
A little bit. Mickey on Bard, he's had a pretty good game. The Tempered Fates haven't been quite as game-changing, but multiple stuns from that Cosmic Binding. throughout the course of the game, just allowing the rest of Splyce to really go quite unchallenged in the fights. The only time Splyce have died is when they've decided to overextend.
Well, they've been caught a few times. You know, they've caught a few times. There are things to look at. Wunder, again, showing that he understands how to trade on Irelian. Gets a bit easier when you're 12,000 gold ahead. But Splyce, yeah, got caught out a few times, so there are things to look at if you are Yamato Cannon sitting backstage right now here in #Coaches Week. But otherwise, you can actually be very happy with this game because you've been able to execute quite some roams, got some good fights as well. taliyah has been paying off great against azir.
Oh, look at this damage here on the hunt, looking for Tempered Fate. Flies out, gonna tag Knight. Sonstar's already killed. A double knockback from the shove. That will seal the deal against Giants. Only SmityJ left alive, and he gets pushed towards Sencux. The base is opened up. And Splyce, a dominant performance in game 2.
Definitely a good performance from Splyce. Good pick and ban phase, good in-game performance.
They've got no minions, so
I got distracted a little bit before there. Something weird. I think there's something rotten under the table, maybe. I'm not sure.
The Nexus is under pressure. The turrets go down. No one from Giants left standing. Splyce grab themselves 3 points and tie up the place for second.